Hello and welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? Hope you're well. Happy New Year! In today's video, I'll be showing you how I make this gorgeous beetroot and chickpea salad. If you want to learn how to make this beetroot and chickpea salad, please keep watching. To begin, here are the ingredients which I'll be using. Here, I've got my beet greens, which I grew by myself in my garden. If you don't have access to beet greens, feel free to use any type of green that's available to you. You can choose from kale, lettuce, or spinach. I've got one medium-sized lime. I'll be using half of that. 2 steamed beetroots. A watermelon radish. Again, feel free to use any type of radish that's available to you. And I've got 1 yellow pepper. I'll be using half of that. 1 cucumber, a teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil for that extra aroma, 1 tablespoon of raisin for a little bit of sweetness, a can of chickpeas, toasted black sesame, white sesame and sunflower seeds, and fresh mint leaves. Now I'm gonna drain the chickpeas and rinse them in warm water until the water runs clear and stops foaming. Next, I'm gonna add some hot boiling water to the raisins so as to rehydrate them and make them plump. I'm gonna leave that for about 6 minutes and begin cutting my vegetables. I'll start with the yellow pepper and I'll be using half of it. I'm gonna dice them into medium-sized cubes. Feel free to cut your peppers according to your preference. Next, I'll be cutting the watermelon radish by first slicing it into 2 halves. I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit hard to cut into. Eventually, I was able to cut through it. Look how pretty it looks. Nature is wonderful. I'm gonna cut off the end of the radish and slice the rest of the radish into thin quarters. Then I'm gonna cut through each slice to make them into quadrants. I'm gonna set that aside and begin cutting the cucumber. For the cucumbers, I'm just gonna peel off some parts of the skin lengthwise so that they can have a nice pattern when I slice them. I'm going to transfer the cucumbers into the same plate as the radish and move on to the next vegetable. Next, I'm going to roughly chop up the mint leaves and set them aside. Next, I'm going to move on to the beetroots. If you're concerned about staining your fingers, then I would highly recommend you put on some gloves when working with beetroots. I'm gonna go ahead to peel the skin off using my hands. After peeling the skin off, I'm gonna dice them into chunky bits. Then I'm going to transfer them into a separate bowl. Now I'm going to prepare the dressing. In here I've got about a tablespoon of sunflower seeds, 1 tablespoon of toasted white sesame seeds, a tablespoon of black sesame seeds. Then I'm going to add the juice of half a lime to it and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil and mix. Now that everything is prepared, I'm going to start building the salad. So I'm going to start with the beet greens. I'm just going to use my fingers to tear the leaves apart. I just love how colorful the leaves looked. I still can't believe that I grew the beet greens from scratch. I'm going to insert a little clip of me harvesting the beet greens. Now that we're done with the beets, I'm going to add my roughly chopped mint leaves. Then I'm going to mix them all up. Next, I'm going to add the chickpeas and mix. Next, I'll add in my yellow peppers and rehydrated raisins. Now, I'm going to add in the radish and cucumbers and mix. Then, I'll add in the beets. And lastly, I'll add my dressing and give everything a good mix. And that's all done. Look how colorful and beautiful it looks. Next, I'm going to go ahead to plate the salad. Believe me when I tell you that this was the best salad I've ever had. It tasted absolutely yummy. It was very flavorful with all the sesame seeds and the sesame oil. I'm really proud that I grew the beet greens from scratch by myself. It's absolutely wonderful. So I guess we've come to the end of this video. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And please click the notification bell icon so that you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and see you in my next one. Bye!